Welcome to my realm, located beyond both time and space. It is well that thou art here. I am that which humans call Arceus. Now, I wish to know thine appearance. What is thy name?
Previously, in our Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl Let's Play, Brilliant Diamond, we had Smol Dawn. Ladies and gentlemen. Dan W? No. Our little girl is all grown up. A few years have passed.
All is correct and as it should be. Dawn. Soon, thou shalt find thyself in a world strange to thee. A world inhabited by wondrous creatures that humans call Pokémon. Dawn. Seek out all Pokémon, and thou shalt find me once more.
Hi, everybody. How you doing? Welcome back, or welcome to you if you're new. You, me, Grant, you're my team. Wake up! Oh, do wake up, won't you? My babies! Okay. Are you alive, my girl? You gave me quite the shock, falling from the sky like that. But thank goodness, you seem unharmed. Who is you? I'd like to ask you the same. I mean, you fell out of the sky, you understand? Come now, who in the world does that? I must say, your clothing is unusual. You wouldn't happen to have an acquaintance in these parts, would you? I don't know. I see. You seem to be in a bit of a pickle. Might I offer you some directions? Do you have somewhere around here you could stay? I don't know. So you don't know anyone here, and you don't even know where to spend the night? Well, this is a proper pickle indeed. Are you quite sure you'll be able to survive? I don't know what to do. This feels like character assassination for the Dawn that we created back in like a Brilliant Diamond. Because that Dawn knew how to use X items to cheese Cynthia. And now she don't know how to make a living for herself, despite raking in hundreds of thousands of money. Poker dollars. I see. Well, no gentleman would abandon such a person in need. Oh my, I'd completely forgotten. I just caught up to these 3 runaway Pokemon when you tumbled out of the sky. It's almost as if they knew you'd appear here. Ah, but do you even know what a Pokemon is? And together we were the Magnificent Seven. Oh my, that's a relief. Though you fell from the sky, it seems we have some common ground, eh? Yes, well, these 3 Pokemon belong to me. Mysterious creatures that they are. Oh, yes, and what might your name be? Dawn. Oh, so you're called Dawn. That name has quite the ring to it. I imagine it must have some lovely meaning. Oh, but I do apologize. I haven't even introduced myself. My name is Laventon. I am something of a Pokémon professor. That is to say, I am a scholar seeking to deepen our understanding of Pokémon. Yes, Pokémon such as these 3 Oh, blast and bother, my darling Pokémon! Why must you run from me again? I'm terribly sorry, but do you think you could help me out by rounding them up? I beg you! Wait, you 3! Whoa! Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our 300 subscribers Let's Play. Hi, how are you doing? I'm really well, thank you very much. Thank you for asking, and if you didn't, well, now you know. I am Dawn. I am BEEG Dawn in the actual Diamond and Pearl under remake. Under remake? Because it's a prequel. There's a glowing, beeping object over there. You found something that resembles a phone. It's probably your phone, but it's changed shape. You feel a strange power emanating from it. A message appeared on screen.
I bestow upon thee this Arc phone and thy mission. Seek out all Pokémon.
Ah, yeah, that's right. We got God on speed dial. What's good? Oh. I can't wait for Legend ZA. It's going to be so good. Alas. Yet another miss. I'm glad you've come to my rescue, my new friend from the sky. You just addressed me that my name is Dawn. You address this. You understand. Call me by my name. Don't identity erase me, okay? I tried catching my little runaways by tossing some Pokeballs their way, but I'm not the best at this sort of thing, you see. I'd love to give you a go at it, but perhaps I should tell you a bit about these 3 first. Now, that one is Rowlet. Rowlet can photosynthesize like a plant, and apparently it battles using its sharp feathers. That one over there is Cyndaquil. The fire burning on Cyndaquil's back will flare up whenever it is surprised or irate. Pokemon near the pond is Oshawott. Oshawott naps while floating on the water, and it can battle using the shell-like object on its belly. Oh my! I nearly forgot to cover the most crucial thing. How to go about catching Pokemon. Here you are, my dear girl. Pokeballs. Throw these at Pokemon to catch them. I would say it's a little excessive, but in this game it's actually justified. I'm not going to bother reading items this time. If you know Pokemon, you know what items do. It's fine. If you don't, feel free to pause. Oh, but that won't do for an explanation, will it? I do apologize. Let me be more thorough. Now, I've mentioned already that Pokemon are strange, marvelous creatures. What's so strange about them, you ask? Well, each and every Pokemon is able to shrink itself down to minuscule size. And that's where Pokeballs come in. Pokeballs are a recent invention, you see. Throw one of them at a Pokemon, and, why, the Pokemon will shrink down and fit inside the ball, comfy as can be. And with that, you've caught a Pokemon. I know we've just met, but I'm afraid I've no one else to turn to. I'd be awfully grateful if you could catch my 3 runaways. Now, the proper technique is to take aim at the Pokemon, then let the ball fly. It's quite simple. Though far be it from me to say so, I suppose, given my own dire lack of skill in this area. Skill issue. Now, we already know about throwing Pokeballs because I've played this before. To completion. But we'll go over this for you guys. Pokemon could be thought... Try that again. Pokemon could be caught by throwing Pokeballs at them. Hold down the ZR button to ready a Pokeball and take aim. You can keep moving around as you do, so use the right stick to adjust your angle and carefully aim at your target Pokemon. Release ZR, whichever if you want to be British or American, to throw the Pokeball. If it hits a Pokemon, you may be able to catch it. If you've readied a Pokeball but do not want to throw it, press B to cancel the throw. Simple enough. Right, okay. So, sneak, 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 go. Uh-oh. Okay, sweet. Got your ass. Wonderful, you've caught a Pokemon! It seems you've quite the knack for this Pokemon catching business, Dawn. Jolly useful skill to have around here. Only 2 of my darling runaways left now. Still, this is most unusual. You don't seem fearful of Pokemon in the slightest. Get the ball. I can hardly believe it, Dawn. Incredible. You know, many people fear to even approach Pokemon. Never mind catch them. Bravo indeed. Just one more to go. Let's wrap this up sharpish, shall we? Now this one won't get in the ball, which is why you don't see me running. There you go. She looks so crestfallen. Yes, I'm afraid that can happen. Buddy, I am a fucking champion, okay? Pokeballs are hardly 100% foolproof. Give it another go, old gal. Hi. I really just said. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, what a relief to have them all back. You see, the 3 Pokemon you've caught only just arrived at the village to help our research. They won't yet listen to anyone. And, as I mentioned, they bolted from the village almost as if they knew you'd come falling. But I must say, Dawn, I was taken aback by how well you use Pokeballs. How is it that you catch Pokemon so ably when you've only just arrived here? One can't help but think there's another reason you appeared here and now. Like I got on speed dial, what's good? Seek out all Pokemon? That object is an arc phone, you say? What an odd device. Could it be guiding you somehow? If you'll indulge me for a moment, there's something I'd like to share with you. You see, I have a dream. To compile this region's first complete record of its Pokémon. We in the field call such a catalogue a Pokédex. It's a good thing they established alternate dimensions and realities already by this point in the series, because otherwise we'd just be invalidating Professor Oak in Generation 1, 1996. Girl! Yes, a proper Pokédex is a wonderful work of research, containing detailed records of all the Pokémon to be found in a region. But, in order to properly document Pokémon, one must, of course, catch them. And therein lies the rub, I'm afraid. Pokeballs have only just been invented, and not many have mastered the skills of using them. Even you, enter you, a person with a clear talent for catching Pokemon. I mean, technically, that little Freudian slip does apply when saying even you, because as we saw, Oshawott escaped and went, and then did the Macarena. It's canon. Totally. Hey, Macarena. Your goal is to seek out every Pokemon, and mine is to have all those Pokemon caught. A situation ripe for teamwork, don't you agree? Come now, what do you say? Shall we help one another out, my girl? You've convinced me. Then, whoever and from wherever you may be, I welcome you with open arms. We've a Pokédex to complete. First things first, let's get these Pokemon back to the village. Then we'll sort out your lodgings and find you some proper clothes and a meal and all that. Follow me then, onward to Jubilife Village. Yay. Ooh, girl, it's the Scussy. The sky pussy. I'm sorry. It's the Viscaina. I am not sorry. Thank you for your tireless work keeping us safe, my good guardsman. This young lady was of great assistance to me and my Pokémon, so I hope you'll forgive my bringing her into the village for a bit. Girl, you are not in Sinnoh anymore. The bustling metropolis we knew of Jubilife is now just a simple rustic town. This way, if you please. Jubilife Village. It's come a long way thanks to the fine people of the Galaxy Exploration Team. This road we're on now is known to the locals as, I missed the avenue, Central Avenue. The village was scarcely built 2 years ago. There's much to do yet, something. And since we know so little of the local Pokemon, people hesitate to set foot outside the village. Now, that impressive building ahead of us is Galaxy Hall, headquarters for this entire outfit. Oh, botheration. I'd almost forgotten. I need to go and report that we successfully recovered the escaped Pokemon. Might I ask you to wait for me at the canteen? It's just past this bridge here, then to the left. The Wallflower, it's called. What's up, God? Hello. Well now, aren't you awfully suspicious? The wallflower is for Galaxy Team folk only. We don't have seats for outsiders. Move along. Who in the world are you? And what's that bizarre garb you're wearing? A Pokemon could slice right through those flimsy excuses for clothes. Right through those flimsy excuses for clothes. For you to get in here, someone must have vouched for you. Was it Professor Laventon? Do you two know each other? He's from a region a long way off. Not the most reliable sort, though, letting Pokemon run off and give him the slip and all. 3 more of them got away just a little while ago. If I hadn't been resting up after some Pokemon drubbed me with a move called Thunder Shock, I'd have corralled them for sure. But the Professor... well... unfortunately, it's just as Ray says. I'm a clumsy sort of fellow, to put it mildly. Ah! But everything will be quite alright now. Dawn here has agreed to help us with our Pokédex. As in, she's joining the Survey Corps. What makes you think that's a good idea? We can't just take any misfit who wanders out of the wilderness. I'll allow it. Ah! Assuming the individual can contribute to the Survey Corps, that is. I am the captain of the Galaxy Team's Survey Corps. You may call me Silene. Professor Laventon has told me about how you helped secure his Pokémon when they slipped his control. And now, it seems, he would like us to feed and house you in exchange for your ongoing labor. You look to be 15 or so. It's been 5-ish years since Brilliant Diamond. And it's actually been several years since we played that game on this channel. Hey, we have a Let's Play of that on this channel. Go check it out. We also played Pokémon Shield, and we've got quite a few other RPGs and other games that we've played on this channel. If you want to see me get drunk, Mario Kart's there as well. Quite old enough to work for your keep, but we simply can't take on a stranger who wanders in among us without any idea of their skills or origins. Tomorrow, we shall see if you can prove yourself worthy. Oh, a most reasonable decision, Captain. Now, would you care to join us for a meal? I'm sure you've got plenty of questions for our visitor. That's quite all right. I prefer to eat alone, so I might appreciate my meals without distraction. I love her. My favorite character in this game. Do not test me. Silene is the GOAT, but we will get to that later. Aloof as always, I see. Well, no matter. The rest of us can share a meal and some pleasant conversation then, eh? Hey, old chum. The usual potato mochi, if you please. But make it for 3 today. Wonderful stuff, Benny. Much obliged. Your potato mochi never fail to please. Where'd you find this stranger in the first place, Professor? Oh, well, you know that great big hole in the sky? The one people call the space-time rift? Well, our new friend fell right out of it. Is that a joke? See, you know what I love? I love how when you play as Ray or Lucas, Akari, Dawn, turns around and just goes, "You can't be serious." Come now, I am a scientist. My job is to observe and explain any and all phenomena. I concern myself only with facts. Now, you already know that there are many Pokémon here in the Hisui region. Sure, they're all over the place. In the grass, in the forests, in the ocean. It's up to us in the Survey Corps to study them and figure out what kind of creatures they are. Well, we know this much. Pokémon are terrifying creatures. It's all but impossible to know what kinds of powers they might possess or what sorts of wondrous things they can do. But that's where Dawn will come in. She successfully caught 3 Pokémon. 3 of them in quick order, you understand. Nobody in the Galaxy team is capable of a feat such as that. This means we can finally begin our Pokémon research in earnest. That's really something. We count ourselves lucky when we manage to catch a single wild Pokémon while fending off their attacks. Well, to be perfectly fair, the Pokémon that fled to the beach weren't on the attack. But the key to catching Pokémon is getting close enough to aim your ball well, and it seems our new friend here is fearless enough to do just that.
Does the survey...
His voice is going to fluctuate, I'm sorry.
Does the survey court really have the leeway to be enjoying a leisurely meal with this outsider? Your captain just ordered 10 whole portions of potato mochi, you know. The slow progress on that Pokédex of yours clearly has her on edge.
I'm sure we'll start to rein in the good captain's stress eating soon enough. And now, have your fill, Dawn. And think, if you make it into the Galaxy team, you'll never have to worry about a meal again. The team provides for all its members' needs, even if said members fell out of the sky. Even if said members fell out of the sky. That was quite delicious. Quite delicious indeed. You're awfully relaxed about all this. You do know that we won't get to have Dawn join the Survey Corps unless she passes a trial. But not to worry, I have complete confidence in Dawn's skills. Let's hope it is not misplaced. Dawn, was it? For tonight, at least, we will provide you with a place to sleep. You may use your quarters there. Our quarters there. I got the word right. Shut up. But if you fail to pass the trial we put to you tomorrow, you must move on. You will be expelled from the village to meet your fate and perhaps your death in the wilds. Finally, death acknowledgement. Captain Silene's like Hisui in a way. They're both plenty harsh. Now, she simply puts on a stern front to help keep us all safe. At any rate, I think it's time we turned in for the night, eh? It's a good thing one can't fall out of the futons we sleep in here. I imagine our new friend has had quite enough falling for one day. And with that, I bid you both a good night. Good night, Professor. Yeah, sleep tight. Still, people falling from the sky? That's some kind of story. Yeah, we gon' run. Boom. And then in a moment which is very in keeping with Japanese culture, the shoes are gone. Cool. I like this music. This is fun music. It's nice and chill. We don't need to know about tips, it's fine. But the game does recommend saving. So, there we go. God. Actual God. Bidoof is God. I also want to point out, did you see the little blue, the green, and the red flecks as well that, like, sprinkled off? Yeah, well, they're actually a nice little reference to Diamond Pearl, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, when you've got Dialga Palkia that appears at the spear pillar, and then like there's that whole spectrum of colour that like erupts out. It's cute. I remember being a kid, this cutscene was groundbreaking, visually everything to me, especially that bit, the Heart Home Contest Hall. Hey in there, you awake? That was some wild lightning last night, right? Anyway, if you're up, come on out. Did you sleep all right? No, it's not easy in a strange new land. We better not keep Captain Silene waiting. Let's hurry to headquarters. Can we just pick apart that statement just real quick? Does that imply that Ray traveled before to another region? If he knows firsthand that it's not easy to sleep in a new land. Huh. It's just interesting. Interesting indeed. Here we are, Galaxy Hall. What do you think? Ever seen a building this grand before? Remind me who Pacell is again? Don't give up, keep those eyes open! Yojiro. The wild Pokemon, they were everywhere, attacking from all sides. I sent out my partner Pokemon, but against a whole pack, outnumbered. This is what happens when you go so far afield, but the medical corps will put you to rights. You, do realize that if you fail your trial and get flung out of the village, you could well die out there. Well, you might die even sooner than that if you have to take on this trial without a Pokemon to be your partner. Captain Silene, ma'am, I've brought Dawn. You may enter. Let us get straight to it. If you wish to join the Galaxy Expedition Team, I love that it's capitalized the G-E-T, get. Prove yourself capable by going out into the Obsidian Fieldlands and catching 3 different species of Pokémon: Bidoof, Starly, and Shinx. 3 species right away? But none of us have ever managed that. Did this stranger not catch 3 different Pokémon only yesterday? My trial should be simple enough for her, if the professor wasn't exaggerating things, that is. The Galaxy team does not have the means to provide for those who only take without giving. If you wish to stay, you must prove beyond any doubt that you'll be an asset to our cause. I will lend you one of our Survey Corps satchels to carry whatever you may need in the field. I got my Maybum bag, my fanny pack. That, whatever it is you're wearing, doesn't suit our satchels in the least. Ray, I'll expect you to step in if things go awry. Yeah. Pardon, Dawn. Come with me a moment. And now then, a jolly good morning to everyone. What did you need, Professor? In order to complete our Pokédex and, well, simply survive in this unforgiving land, Dawn absolutely must pass this trial. And, as a professor of Pokémon, I've got just the ticket to help accomplish that. Go on, Dawn. Pick the Pokémon that strikes your fancy. With a partner Pokemon of your own, you'll be able to fight off wild Pokemon outside the village. These little darlings are very dear to me, but it's plain to see they're rather curious about you. Well, my girl, which Pokemon would you like to keep as your own? Don't get me wrong, Oshawott is incredible, and it is my second favourite of the Universe starters. Rowlet was who I picked when... That's my alarmo going off. 5 o'clock. Rowlet was who I picked when I played through Sun and Ultra Sun, and it is my go-to Alola starter. But Silver was my first Pokemon game. In my heart of hearts, I am a Johto boy. And despite the recent allegations that came out about Typhlosion, we're going Cyndaquil. Do you want Cyndaquil as your first partner? Now, if you know me and you know my channel, you know I like to nickname Pokemon.
Look at this little guy or girl. Look at it.
And with that, one of the Pokemon you caught at Prelude Beach for me will now be yours to keep. A good show. I've tucked Cyndaquil back inside its Pokeball for you, so take it. It's yours. Hey. A word of advice, my girl. Pay close attention to which Pokeballs are empty and which ones contain a Pokemon when you're out in the field. Look at these two, they're cheering on their pal Cyndaquil. Or maybe they just wanted to help Dawn with her trial. That could well be. They did go dashing from the village when Dawn fell out of the sky, after all. Well, worry not, you two. I'll have you assist me with my research for now. By the by, what species has Captain Silene charged you with catching? Well, that's smashing. All 3 of those species can be found in the Obsidian Fieldlands. Let me give you some Pokeballs to use during your trial then.
Yeah.
These Pokeballs may be handcrafted, but they work a treat as you've already seen. We'll have this trial cleared in no time. Let's be off. I'll show you the way to the Obsidian Fieldlands. Meet me at the gate at the far left when you leave the headquarters. Oh wow, you took away the other 50. I used 3. 4. You took away my other 46. I can math. I'm not very good at it. But we know this. It's me. We know this about me. Oh, hey. How you doing? Hey. Darak's ancestor. How you doing? It's so good to see you. Okay, bestie. Here we go. One of my faves. Oh. What a curious getup you have there. I can already tell you're quite the character. I'm Volo of the Ginkgo Guild, the go-to choice for any of your mercantile needs here in Hisui. I've heard talk about you. Fell from the sky, didn't you? Now that's a tale I'd like to hear. Oh, and you've a Pokémon. You're certainly full of interesting surprises. Investigating the odd and novel is key to any good merchant's success. So what do you say? How about you and I see how our Pokémon stand up to one another in battle? Sounds good. I like you better and better. What a delightful find. I've also heard about this trial you're to attempt. Let's have a quick battle to get your blood pumping before you head out. Though I hope you know you'll lose if your Pokemon's HP reaches 0. What an upstanding fellow. And here's the really cool thing. You can actually move the trainer around in battle. That's so sick. Let me square up to Cynthia's ancestor real quick. Boom. What's good? I just figured we might be able to share this part of the battlefield, so... We bitch slapped it. So we've got a boy. Okay, right. Boy names. Right, let me cook. That's because of where I decided to position Dawn. Moves. Items. Use them well, and the world will open up to you. And we get a new move. You'll have to keep an eye on the left-hand side of the screen, because the changes are very small in this game, as opposed to a big old text box this time that says, "Hey, blah 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 would like to learn a new move. Would you like to get rid of an old move to make room for blah blah blah? Yes? No? Which move should be forgotten? Are you sure you don't want to learn blah blah blah?" No, now you just have access to new moves, and then you get to just pick and choose which moves you want to learn. It's so much easier, it's streamlined, and it's so much more fun. It's so much more immersive, more inviting, and honestly I find it more engaging. More of this going forward into ZA, please. It's always good fun to have your Pokemon do battle, don't you think? And as they gain experience through battle, they'll learn more moves and grow even stronger. But so few people here have their own Pokemon. If only more people knew how to use Pokeballs. At any rate, let me help our two battlers recover from their little exercise.
What an upstanding guy! I hope he doesn't put a knife in my back later.
And to you, my skyfallen friend, I present some potions in thanks. Yeah! 60 HP. Girl, I remember when they used to do 20 and that were it. You can use them on your Pokemon whenever they might be worn out from battle. I'll be hoping that you're successful on that trial of yours. More Galaxy team members means more customers for yours truly, after all. Goodbye, hot boy. I love that, like, people just call Volo gender bent Cynthia because they're that used to seeing Cynthia. If you can battle that well, I've got a feeling you may have your trial well in hand, even if it's more to do with catching than battling. Now, on to the Obsidian Fieldlands! Whenever you leave Jubilife Village, you have to pick a destination from your map and let Rest, the guardsman, know where you're off to. That way, someone can come and collect you if things go wrong. Hey, I help you make it through this. Yeah, we got this. Let's go. You're Dawn, correct? I was informed you'd be passing through. Your trial will take place outside the safety of the village. Please take care to come back alive. So we're going around the Lake Verity, Twin Leaf Town, Sandgem Town, Orberg City, Pal Park, Raminus Park sort of area. Oh, and a little bit of Eterna as well. This is our base camp. It's where we start and finish our surveys. Now remember what you gotta do. You've been tasked with catching 3 species of Pokemon. Bidoof, Starly, and Shinx. And I'm curious to see if the professor's stories about you are really true. Oh, Professor? Something wrong? No. Well, you see, Captain Silene got hold of me after you left. She impressed upon me that I bear full responsibility for whatever happens to our sudden guest. She doesn't let up. How exactly are you supposed to help out here, Professor? To be honest, my dear boy, I don't intend to lift a finger. Dawn's talents are the real deal. She'll pass with flying colours, you'll see. So, in other words, I'm still the one bearing the responsibility here. not my ideal state of affairs. Let's just get started. You'll be more than equal to this, Dawn.
Yeah, let's go, let's go.
Okay, so. Hi. This is Aspiration Hill. Look, a Bidoof. You may be some sort of prodigy, but just in case, here's what Captain Silene taught me. Bidoof is a mellow Pokémon, which means it doesn't tend to run away when you approach. Aim carefully. Let your Pokéball fly. You ought to be about alright. Okay. Girl. One. One. One Bidoof caught. Now, on we march. One Bidoof caught. Now, on we march. Now, Starly here. It's the type to run at the drop of a hat. But not to worry. Crouch down in the grass and it won't spot you. That's how you can get close. Neighbor's dog's going off again. And that's why we've got window shut. And that's Starly caught too. I admit, I'm impressed so far. Okay, so. Thank you. I forgot to share another smidgen of wisdom. How to throw your partner's Pokeball. To quote Captain Silene's wise teachings, have an item at the ready, but want to send out a Pokemon? Press X. Have a Pokemon at the ready, but want to throw an item? Press X. The Captain's a real expert on these things. Then, once you've got a Pokemon ready, try aiming for certain rocks, or trees like this one. Your Pokemon will hunt for berries and things and it'll bring back whatever it finds. Now it's time for your partners to shine. We've reached your final hurdle. Catching a Shinx. There it is. Shinx. He says it like it's so fucking threatening. Shinx has an aggressive disposition. Did you know that already? As what? You have to remember, we've been isekai'd, so we don't know. As far as we know, this thing's cuddly as fuck. Worry about it. Just focus on the Pokemon around you. You'll figure it out quick enough. Once aggressive Pokemon get wound up, they'll knock away any balls you throw. But not to worry. I'll teach you the trick to catching them. You draw them into battle. Once it's caught up in the heat of battle, you can throw a Pokeball to try and catch it. You got a few Pokemon of your own to use now, don't you? Take one of their Pokeballs and throw it at a wild Pokemon you want to battle. Use what you learned in your battle with Volo. Get out there and make your last catch. Nailed it. Wait, did you really? You really did! You did it! That's 3 species of Pokemon. God, you really are some kind of prodigy! You must have given Professor Laventon the shock of his life. First, you fall from the sky, then you go and catch all of our escaped Pokemon one after another. I honestly didn't believe the professor's story until I saw you in action for myself. And here you are with 3 Pokemon caught! You've completed your trial!
Yeah.
Oh, I said you'd pass the trial with flying colors, and it seems you went and did just that. Congratulations, Dawn. You've taken your first step towards seeking out every Pokemon. This calls for a commemorative photograph. Cheese. Gotta admit, it's true. You've got a real talent for this. Now then, we'd best report to Captain Silene. Time to head back to Jubilee Village, eh? Eventually, you should be able to have Pokemon you've caught go live, go live in the village pastures. I don't know why I wanted to say live. I hate the English language so much. Live and live being the same is just ugh. The most Pokemon a person can have with them while out exploring is 6, apparently. Not that we have anyone who can manage that. Come now, you two, let's not dilly-dally, shilly-shally. Captain Silene awaits our report at headquarters. I can't wait to see the captain's reaction. It seems we won't have to leave you to die after all. Congratulations. You've passed your trial. You can hold on to that satchel. I must admit, you've impressed me. I set a high hurdle to judge whether a stranger like yourself could be worthy, but you cleared it. This is yours. The official uniform of the Survey Corps. Get changed in your room you used last night. Then you're to report at once to the 3rd floor. Present yourself in uniform to our commander. This is your first official order from your captain. Go change into your uniform. Use the mirror in your quarters to make sure you put it on right. Thanks, buddy. We'll keep her with the canon eye color. That's fine. You changed into your Survey Corps uniform. Da 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 da. If you know, you know. Look at you in the Survey Corps uniform. Now it finally feels like you're one of us. But I do wonder when the captain decided to go ahead and get a uniform ready for you. I see you've changed. Regarding your accommodations, you may continue to use the room you slept in last night. You may wear this as well. I don't want to. You're about to fuck up my weave. Now present yourself to the commander. Girl, okay, shit. I'm about to throw my throat out. Get ready. Let's go. I have been waiting for you. I am Kamado, commander of the Galaxy Expedition Team. I'm trying to give him the Professor Rowan voice that we used in our Brilliant Diamond Let's Play, but I don't think it's happening. So, you are Dawn. Yes, sir. I've been briefed on your situation, including how you fell from the rift in the sky. Now then, let's see what you're made of. Face me in combat. Yeah. He just threw a teenager. You've got some fight in you. Your sumo needs work, but I do see some potential. Don't expect a warm welcome from everyone. Naturally, some will be slow to trust an outsider who literally fell right out of the blue. The superstitious among us might see your arrival as a portent of disaster. But you passed the trial that was put to you. No matter how odd you may seem, you're part of Jubilife Village now. Dedicate yourself to the work of the Galaxy Expedition Team and complete the Pokédex. But I warn you, Dawn, Pokémon are terrifying creatures. Keep your wits about you as you work. So the commander has also accepted you. But understand this. You begin as a no-star recruit among our ranks. In other words, you have no rank at all. Perform well as a member of the Survey Corps, and you will move up through the ranks. Indeed. You see, the more you add to the Pokédex, the higher your rank will become. And working on the Pokédex will also, of course, bring you closer toward that goal of yours, to seek out every lost Pokémon. Here, you will need this. And 3,000 money, Pokédollars, gold, Dala Bilyal as well. You will have to buy the necessary materials. Ray, you are an expert at crafting yourself. Teach our new recruit what she needs to know.
Yes, ma'am, Captain. Get ready for a lesson in crafting. Crafting means making items from scratch. That's right. Whatever you need in your survey work, you'll mostly make yourself. Some things you can buy at the general store, but it's good to try to be self-sufficient. This way, we can catch Pokemon with Pokeballs we've crafted ourselves. But listen to me prattle on. Let's go to the craft work so you can try it yourself.
Well done, earning a place in our team. My name is Anthe, and I'm the local clothier. The professor asked me that I... Yeah, I did read that right. Because I thought, like, in my mind, I thought you were talking about Silene, and I'm like, Silene's not the professor, what? No, the professor asked that I ready you a change of clothes. So here you go. I do hope they fit. Her voice is not going to be consistent at all. Everyday kimono and a pair of trousers. Yeah. I hope you'll avail yourself to the village's humble shops. I'm so sorry I burped. Hey, this way. Craftworks is over here. Let's go. This here's the Craftworks, and that there is the workbench. It's where you craft things. Pretty self-explanatory, right? When you step up to the workbench, I'll supply you materials to make some Pokeballs. Call it a present to celebrate passing your trial. So what was the point in giving me the money then? Because didn't Silene say I needed to use the money to pay for the stuff to then craft with the stuff that I bought? But if Ray wants to be generous and friendly, then let's do it. And as for the money the captain gave you... Feel free to spend that however you like. Any recipes you get should teach you what materials you'll need to complete them. At the workbench, just go and choose what you want to make and get crafting. Go on, try it out. And that's 20 more. There's like a cute little victory jingle, or just like silent protagonist nod of understanding noise. I started making that noise when I was like looking at Lucas Ray, but in my original save file I called him Lucas, and he'd just go, and I'd be like, na, na, ma, na, 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 na. It's fun. So that's the explanation. Oh, now that's some fine craftsmanship. Hard to believe that this was your first time stepping up to the workbench, my girl. You'll recall, of course, that Pokémon possess the odd power to shrink themselves down. With the Pokéballs we craft, we can make use of that power to catch them. All so that more Pokémon species can be duly recorded in a Pokédex. And on that note, here you are. Cute. I prepared this volume just for you. I hope it aids you well in your aim to seek out all the Pokémon there are in this grand region. It'll take plenty of research tasks to help the professor complete his Pokédex. I gotta get going on those myself. I'd be all too happy to explain more about the research tasks I could use your assistance with. Come join me at the Fieldlands camp whenever you're ready, my good Dawn. Getting to work on research tasks. Excuse me. Hey, I couldn't help it over here. If you're going to the Fieldlands camp, would you mind taking care of a request for me? I'm standing guard, so I can't leave my post, but I'll be here at headquarters if you want to talk about it. Sometimes you might get a side quest. Yes, actual side quests in a Pokemon game. Hey, so there's this Pokemon called Wurmple. Have you heard of it? Yeah, I used to be a champion. Well, you see, I was having a chat with Professor Laventon, and he told me that after a Pokemon gains a certain amount of experience through battling and the like, it'll sometimes change its appearance and become stronger. He said it was a phenomenon called evolution. And so I decided I want to raise a Wurmple myself and have it evolve. You're part of the Survey Corps, aren't you? If you catch a Wurmple, could you let me have it? There'll be a reward in it for you, I promise. Just give me a Wurmple if you can. Wurmple can evolve. No Shinx's ears had odd markings on the insides, but what were they? No use. I can't remember. This'll keep me up all night. Hey, aren't you with the Survey Corps? If you catch a Shinx, could you show it me? I gotta see one with my own eyes. Please. I can't remember for the life of me what those ears look like. It's driving me up the wall. What did Shinx's ears look like? I wonder if I can just bump it out. One of those Shinx to show me? Alrighty. Let's have a peek at these round ears. That's it! Its ears have that yellow cross pattern on them, kind of like a star. Can't tell you what a relief this is. Felt like I had a bone stuck in my throat. I'm sorry. Only the throat's my brain and the bone's a thought. That's called a mindfuck. Thanks for helping me get that bone. He has to stop. No. And I have to stop even more. Ooh, girl. And then we've got one more side quest over this way. I'm gonna do as many side quests as I want to. You're that newcomer who fell from the sky. Are you heading outside the village? Of course you are. The Survey Corps must have to get out and... Oh yeah, that's actually saying it. Of course you are. The Survey Corps must have to get out and about to compile that Pokédex book they're working on, right? Well, on your way. Kindly do me a favor. Find out all about Starly. Pokémon certainly are terrifying creatures, but when I see a Starly, I feel simply whole. Not that I have the least desire to actually touch one, mind you. Please, let me see Starly's entry in that Pokédex the moment you've completed it. Hi, I'm Tour Guide Barbie. May have been the voice I was trying to go for. Righto, let's get to it then, shall we? In order to complete this Pokédex of ours, there are a great many research tasks I'll need to help you carry out, my girl. I'll need to have your help to carry out, my girl. Something to that effect, whatever. The details of these tasks can be found in the Pokédex for you to reference any time. That's the shit right there. You must catch and battle diverse Pokémon species and carry out plenty of research tasks. Do so, and you'll gain research points and other rewards for your work. Sorry I keep pressing B on the whole little tutorial things, especially when we've got multiple pages to read. It's just that I know how to play this game. If you don't worry. It's okay. Buy it yourself. Or continue watching this Let's Play. Like and subscribe. Do so, and you'll gain research points and other rewards for your work. Now, there's one more nugget of wisdom I gotta share, Dawn. Wild Pokémon may attack you at any time. When they do, dodge like your life depends on it. Come again? Look, just watch me, would you? Then you'll be able to copy what I do. Here I go. See? That's how you dodge. A timely dodge will keep you from getting hurt by the fierce attacks of wild Pokémon, which is game speak for the dodge actually has iframes. And that's key if you'd rather not end up blacked out in some field like I did. So I'm learning from a failure. That's the worst way that you can look at it, because he's actually imparting really good wisdom, because wisdom is life experience, which means that he had to fail in order to learn and grow and become a better person. When those Shinx got me with Thundershock, I might have been done for if the security corps hadn't come and saved me. But hey, no need to worry. Daijoubu. You got me here to give you tips. I'll teach you plenty. and teach us plenty, he will do. Next time. We're so back! Oh my god! Okay, so if you've enjoyed everything you've seen this time on Pokemon Legends Arceus, on the first episode of Pokemon Legends Arceus, then by all means, feel free to press like, subscribe, and this is our 300 subscribers Let's Play. So thank you all for getting me to 300 subscribers. This is more so for you, and I know that this is a little bit weird considering the whole like, oh, he's doing a Pokemon Let's Play again. Considering, you know, Shield was 100 subscribers, Brilliant Diamond was because I felt like it, and now Legends Arceus is going to be 300 subscribers. We do also have Violet planned out for 400 subscribers. So if you want to see 2 Pokemon projects running in tandem on this channel, like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Catch you guys later. Goodbye.